Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I know last video I said that I would be doing a part 2 to my Rebel Moon review, which is still happening, but I've gone to the theaters recently, and guessing by the title and thumbnail, you guys would suggest that it was Wonka, which it was. I have my notes right here. Something I did not have with me in my Rebel Moon review. Sorry, I'm trying to get my words together here. So I'm gonna read out the plot synopsis, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get into my positives and my very few cons with this movie. Armed with nothing but a hatful of dreams, young chocolater Willy Wonka manages to change the world one delicate bite at a time. Now, that is true. So we open this movie with Wonka on a boat, and the movie takes place in Britain, or in this Britain-type country. And, you know, considering everyone does have English accents. And, you know, he gets there, and he's trying to live up to his dreams of becoming a professional chocolater, and just trying to live up to the expectations that his mom had for him, and everything like that. So one of my first positives here that I have on my list is Timothée Chalamet as Wonka. He did a great job. One of my cons I do have with the movies, though, I feel like he was trying a little bit too hard sometimes, but he was great. Another positive I have with this movie, this is going to be a very short review, it's not going to be like 20 minutes long, is the costume design. I think it's great. I can't remember who exactly did the costume design, but hang on, let me see if I can look it up here. Lindy Hemming did a fantastic job on the costume design. I thought all of the costumes were great. The musical, this is a musical, by the way, but it didn't really treat itself as one. There were only like maybe, I want to say 5 songs in the movie. The musical numbers are great. They're well choreographed. They're well directed. And Timothée Chalamet has a beautiful singing voice. I didn't know that, but blew me away. Obviously, the movie takes place in Britain. The movie's well edited. There is a musical sequence where I thought, this is all coming together very, very well, and it's shot well. The camera movement in that sequence is great, and everything like that. It's well edited. It's great. I'm gonna go ahead and just look up the cast real quick so that I can have it in front of me. I should have done that. So it's well edited. The sound design in this movie is great. Like, it was all very pleasant to the ears. Like, even when the, this is a spoiler review, by the way. There will contain spoilers, but not really. Like, a leak is in Wonka's, apartment, and, or I guess hotel room, and he has a bucket on the floor to help with the leak, and every single drop was like, whew. Wonka's backstory with his mom and everything is great. Really, really emotional stuff. She is played by Sally Hawkins, who is also in Paddington. The director of this movie worked on Paddington, and so I'm guessing that's where sort of the connection came in. She did a great job in the very few scenes that she had. She was in 2 scenes, considering that Wonka's mother is dead. This cast is stacked. You have Timothy Chalamet as Willy Wonka. You have Hugh Grant as an Oompa Loompa. You have Rowan Atkinson, who played a priest. Some of you may know him as Mr. Bean. You obviously have Sally Watkins. You have Olivia Colman, which I did not know was in this. She plays this like evil lady. She's great. Calla Lane plays Noodle. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. My boy Keegan-Michael Key is in this movie, and he plays the chief of police. Matthew Bainton plays Fickle Gruber. You have Peter Joseph as like the main antagonist of the movie, Slugsworth. You have Matt Lucas as Prodnos. You have Jim Carter. You have Tom Davis. You have Colin O'Brien. You have stacked cast. So the cast is amazing with every single role that they're in and every single aspect that serves to the story. They do great. The set designs are very, very cool. I loved being in that world and that environment because it just, like, you could tell that it was a set, but it also felt very natural. The comedy in this movie is hilarious. Me and my mom were cracking up a lot. So the movie is very, very funny. And if you're going in expecting like a serious Wonka movie, they do have its serious moments, but it does treat itself as a comedy, which it does very, very well. The CGI was surprising. I was not expecting for the CGI to be that good. Some of the reviewers that I saw said that it looked a bit weird on Hugh Grant, which I can kind of see. It does get a little wonky sometimes. Wonka. But I think it's great. The score, Joby Talbot. He did a great job on the movie. Very, very good, magical score. Felt great. So those are, I'm going to list all my positives. Timothy Chalamet as Wonka, the costume design, the musical numbers. It's well edited, the sound design, Wonka's sort of origin story. Mr. Bean, stellar cast, set designs, comedy, CGI, Hugh Grant, and the entire cast and the score. Now, I only have two negatives with this movie. I enjoyed this movie a lot. I thought Chalamet does try a little bit too much sometimes. Which then again, I feel like that's just how the character is, and I think he was just really trying to capture that energetic feeling that Wonka has when it comes to chocolate, but it sometimes comes off as forceful. And my second one is there is not enough Hugh Grant in this movie. He is only in about 4 scenes. I would have liked to see more of him, but it is what it is. So, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hang on, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I have about 14 positives, and I only have about 2 cons. So, at the end of the day, I'm gonna give this movie a 9 out of 10. Really enjoyable. I want to go back and see this. definitely. Either that's back in the theater or when it comes out on streaming, and to see if there are any other things that I pick up on. Oh, hang on, there's one big detail that I'm forgetting. So, in February 18, it was announced Paul King was in negotiations to direct. That same year, it was revealed the film would serve as a prequel to the events of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. King grew up as a fan of both the book and the 1971 film adaptation, and enjoyed Tim Burton's 2005 adaptation as an adult. So yeah, it does. This one says a prequel to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, but okay. So I believe, it's not a prequel to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It is a prequel to the very, very first Willy Wonka movie. I believe. This is saying two completely different things. So if someone can please help me out in the comments on that, please do so. I haven't watched either of those movies in a very long time. So, yeah. I like this movie. Anyway, I'll catch you all later. Peace out.